Oh man, it feels so good to be back. I tell you what. Hold on. What's going on with the news? Because I know that there was something that I missed just a moment ago. Yeah, no, there's like a new event going on for the higher level players, I guess. It's, the event is called the Mad Mage Wakes. Let's read this. It began with the squirrels and spread to all the other animals of Lake Narcissi like a plague. Not long after the first sighting, the terrible pustules, the black ichor, the malformation of the respiratory tract, and the appearance of vestigial gills spread to all the animals of the lake's environs. In his cage, in the cerulean spire of Cyrene, the mad mage of the morn stirred from his 3-decade-long slumber, ravaged in the body by passage of time, but with mind and malice both undimmed. He looked to the north and the east for signs of the terrible situation he knew would unfold in his absence. Now, Lake Narcissi and its island are a blighted wasteland. Thick, oily exudate rises from his previously hidden laboratory under its waters. And the inhabitants of that unlucky land suffer as cruelly as the animals do. And from his perch in Cyrene, the mad mage grins, knowing what is to come if he is not stopped. Efforts are yet to yield any results, and time is ticking for the Angai and the Hanai of Lake Narcissi. As he is so fond of saying, tick-tock.
In summary, Guderian awoke after 30-plus years of imprisonment as a terrible blight spread across Lake Narcissi and into the animals of the western Ithmia. Penned by my hand. Who is my hand? It's from Anonymous. Man, I bet this was written by the Mad Mage. Guderian.
All right, cool. Well, I am looking forward to how all the higher level players deal with that. I am level 14. I am not able to help in any way whatsoever. Good luck, guys. Okay, it is now the 11th of Glacian. Is that a Pokemon? I feel like this is Pokemon. A loud belch from Delos signals the excited bellow of a particularly sloshed patron. Oh, that's cute. There's a little a player hosting a little event over in the city of Delos. Or Delos. I will completely ignore it because I've got nothing but I've got like homework. I joined the city of Targosas, which apparently is just like this holier than thou, kind of like good aligned, nothing but the good must survive type of city. It's where all the priests and I think paladins also start by default, and they've got like no other city that they can start in. I only know that because I picked priest because I like playing healer classes. And I'm just a wee level 14 baby. I will be considered a newbie until I reach level 31, which, well, considering the amount of homework that they assigned me to go through, I don't know if I'll have any time to do questing tonight, which is a bummer. I'm very upset about that. Not really. I actually like reading. I'm a total nerd. I'm a total nerd. In my day job, all I do is like work with Excel and data, and I absolutely love it. Anytime a phone call comes in and it's like administrative work, I'm like, can you please shut up or like disconnect? I want to go back to my numbers. I write my own little personal VBA codes in Excel too. Like, it's great. I've made my own access database and VBA. I'm a nerd. So I'm fine with this. I don't mind either way, but I feel like it might be boring to the viewers. My mom's going to be bored watching this, guys. Oh no. My only viewer. That's fine. Anyways, yeah, no, I've got to, like, for real, I've just joined Targosis, or I've been acknowledged as like a new member of Targosis. And because I am still just a wee little baby priest in the eyes of the priesthood, I guess you could say, they've set me as a novice, and these are my novice tasks that I need to complete. I believe it is explained here. Let me just scroll through this real quick. Don't worry about reading it. Do not worry about reading it. Maybe it's under the novice. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Wait. Nope. Wrong one. I was just using the wrong command. I was using C help instead of CL help because the novice hood is like under a clan. It's a technicality. It doesn't matter. This is a mud text-based RPG, MMO RPG. It don't matter. CL help. Welcome. Yeah. No. So here's the order of progression to get out of the what's called the academy. The Togorzian Academy. So I need to complete all tasks, which is going to be here, all of these tasks. Then I need to progress through the novice class, and then I go to the different classes here. I'm still a novice, so I'm not even going to worry about clicking these things. But essentially, I go to novice, initiate, adapt, and then I do the graduation from the academy. And I'm officially like, I'm a full-grown adult by then. Funnily enough, in this game, which maybe I should actually say the name of the game that I'm sharing, Achaea, anytime you make a new character, which this is a free game, by the way, you're welcome to join me and struggle with me as I go through these tasks. You can help me cheat on my homework if you want to. I don't mind. Every time you make a new character, like your age by default is going to start at 18. And I think it's either 1 month in the real world time translate to, I think it's either 12 months or 24 months of in-game time. So there are players running around with characters that are like 700 years old. You do the math on that. I did. And I was like, oh, wow. Turns out this game has been around since like 1993 or 92 or something. Funnily enough, I was born like in 92. So like, man, I'm off to a late start, guys. Anyways, I've got no idea what I'm doing. Oh, hey. So this is how you know it's a fantasy game. My rest is currently in my status for rest is I'm in no need of sleep. I have never not been in need of sleep in the real world since middle school. Yeah, no, I always stayed up late. I had a little mini TV in my room, and I always like snuck a few hours of Adult Swim. Long story short, I was a little brat. But what was I doing again? Gosh, dude, I've got no idea. Oh, right, homework. I need to be productive with my time by checking off random tasks. Here, what does preparing for dawn want me to do? The mighty warriors of the Dawn Blade make their home on the western side of the veranda, admitting to their great house those who show the ability and potential for excellence in combat. Outside their estate stands a great edifice known as the Dawn Blade statue. Erindil, the blacksmith, needs some assistance making a new scimitar to accompany the statue. Use the command landmarks to find the blacksmith. Task number 50 can help with this. Erindil can be found there. Greet him when you have arrived and offer your services. Okay, so I do want to point out for those that are not aware of what Achaea is. Achaea is a text-based MMORPG. And I know that people are going to hate me even describing it as an MMORPG, but that's fine. They can get over themselves. We're all nerds here. I'm just having fun, and that's my plan. Like, I've only played a lot of MMOs like World of Warcraft and Final Fantasy XIV. That's all I know what to call them. I also don't like the name MUD. which stands for multi-user dungeon, and is what Achaea Achaea calls itself officially. Like, it is a multi-user dungeon game. I prefer to call it text-based MMORPG because that's still accurate. Like, some people would actually say that the difference between MUD and MMORPG is that MMORPGs it typically required that you download a third-party software or client to access the game, whereas MUDs, you could run them in your browser. Honestly, like, the terminology has changed since the 80s and 70s, which is when MUDs were first created. I feel like MUDs kind of need to get with the time. Like, it's not an insult to call yourself a term that people are going to understand what it means. You know, like, don't call yourself a MUD and then be like, why is no one coming to our amazing game? We're describing it as wet dirt. How is that not fun? Like, no, come on, guys, get with the times. Anyways, so the point is, Achaea is actually a a heavy role play based game. Everything in chat, like whenever you do see people typing in chat, assume that they are in character of like the character that they've made. So if I ever do talk to someone here at random, which happens more often than not, really, people actually reach out to me and check in to make sure I'm doing okay, which is very nice. Like, people actually do care about the new players here, which is why I love it. I'm still sticking around for it because I'm actually cared for. It's like, hey, we understand this is confusing. Let's help you out. But here, hold on. I've already lost my train of thought. How many people are online? Oh, wait, no, I need to do quick coup. So there are 98 players currently online. Achaea usually averages at about 100 a day, give or take. Don't trust like the websites like mudstats.org, I think it's called. Like, it says, hey, Achaea's only got like 20 online at a time. Apparently that's not correct. And it's probably because Achaea also has different ways to connect to the game other than the normal browser or through a MUD specific client. And I'm actually using Achaea's Nexus client because it has some actual graphical interface. A lot of MUD clients, you actually only have this centerpiece here. You don't have the map or any like UI elements to show you what's going on around you. But you know what? No, let me just focus back on the tasks. I'm going to drag y'all along with me. If y'all have any questions about the game, feel free to post them. I do not have all the answers, but I can at least kind of try to find an answer for you guys. But anyways, so the points that I was even bringing up, or why I was bringing up, is like, as I move through here, you're going to probably see me talk to people in a weird way. So just don't be surprised about that if it ever happens. Anyways, so let's actually get this task done. Preparing for dawn. I need to go find Erendil, the blacksmith. So I can actually probably just say walk to Erendil, and this is basically how you interact with the game, the chat box, the prompt. You enter a command. It's relatively straightforward. It's actually much better than like a point and click puzzle game, because those can be really arbitrary and really like weird. With like, no, you're not allowed to use the key that you found on the keyhole that's for the store in front of you. I'm just going to say it's not going to work, but I'm not going to tell you why it's not going to work. And the fact that it's actually for a different door that you need to use that key for. Like, no, none of that crap. Like, it's actually really more or less intuitive. So if I want to walk to Erendil, it might work. It might not work. Let's see. Yep. So it does recognize, do you really want to walk to Erendil, a burly dwarven smith in Targosis? And I can either type agree to proceed, or I can do what the task wants me to do, which is to use landmarks. Ooh, excuse me. And they probably want me to say walk to blacksmith here. But let me see if there's no other blacksmith entry. I'm looking both on the middle column and the right column here. So I don't see anything in the middle outside of the word forge. I usually get like automated event messages here as the day progresses. You can keep track of the day here. It's currently early morning. But yeah, no. I'm looking for Arendelle. I don't see anything. So yeah, let me just do what the task says or instructed me to do exactly. Because I'm a goody two-shoe. Because I'm a priest. And priests by default are goody two-shoes in Achaea. You're not like a chaotic evil priest. Actually, I'll be honest. Okay, so this game... I'm sorry. I have discovered this game like 2 or 3 days ago, and I am absolutely enthralled by it. It's all that I can think of, both like at home, while I'm walking the dogs, while I'm eating. And then it's also plaguing me at work because I'm like, it's got an amazingly active Discord server as well for a lot of in-game chat channels. So I can also keep track of like who's dying, who's getting slain by what in like the PvP scene. I can see the Newbie chat channel, which works both in Discord and in game and like cross syncs. So like I learn a lot of things that other people are asking even while I'm at work. And that's been a problem for my productivity. Anyways, what was I going with that? Where was I going with that ramble? Shoot. What was I going to say? It'll come back to me. It's fine. Who cares? But yeah, no. So like, so here we are. We are in within a blacksmith workshop. This is what the name of the quote unquote the room is. Each of these squares is what's called a room, apparently, and each room has its own set properties. And this is the city of Targosis, according to the name here. It's got like 2 main entrances, supposedly on the northwest and the west side, and it's on like according to like the descriptive text that I've read so far, it's on like the water's edge, and like all these little like thin streams and whatnot, these thin like roads connecting the different rooms are like bridges, but all the big clusters are like representative of isolated land masses or something that like they've built up over time. And yeah, no, like this is a player run city. Like, no, for real, like it's ran and managed by players. It's got like budgets that they're actually doing like having a budget issue right now, apparently. I don't know anything about that. I've just heard, like, I've seen the news, which because I'm a part of the Targosis organization, quote unquote, I can read the news. And, yeah, no, like one of the challenges is that we face so this was written by a player called Dawn Lord. This is just a rabbit hole. I am so sorry to whoever's watching this. I'm like, just like having to sit through me tweaking out about this game. But yeah, no. So there's a player character known as Rowan Shire, and he's got the title of Dawn Lord because, believe it or not, like my second day in the game, there was a god that was controlled either by a player or an admin. I don't know the details like that, but deities are actually active in this game, and the previous Dawn Lord, basically they had like a passing of the torch ceremony. And the previous Dawn Lord, Myrden, I believe is how you pronounce his name. He called everyone to the temple of, I don't know how to pronounce it. I think it's like Duselin. I'm going to try to find it real quick. Sorry. Yeah. Yep. So here are the patrons. These are real, quote unquote, real gods in the game, that are supposedly controlled by players. And these characters can be played by the players. Like they can participate in combat. Like if the city gets sieged or everything, like your literal patron god can come down and help you in the PvP fight or whatever. It's so freaking cool. Sorry. Anyways, the passing of the torch ceremony was like hosted by I'm just going to call him Duke Lion. Duke Lion. He's duking a lion. I haven't seen Aurora yet, but yeah, no, like second day playing the game, Duke Lion. I know that's wrong, but you know what? Until someone tells me otherwise, I'm going to do it. I'm going to keep with it. Duke Lion held, okay, they've already changed the name here. Duke Lion orchestrated the passing of the torch with Mirrodin, and they gave the ownership of the entire city over to Arowan. So Arowan is now the new Dawn Lord of Targosis. And yeah, no, Targosis has now like inherited all these different problems. Nothing wrong with Mirrodin. I'm just going to say it right now in case people from the game kind of like see this new player, level 14 new player, by the way, rambling on about what's going on. He's like, this guy's got no idea you're right. I've got no idea what's going on. I'm just excited to be involved. Second day and I see a god. I'm just excited. Anyways, it's so stupid. It's a text game. And I'm like smiling from ear to ear. It's like, oh, this is so cool. Literally 3D graphics with like characters that you can see the individual pores of their skins and like the hair follicles, and they can simulate it being wet or dry. And it's like, nah, man, let me just get this text game going. It missed me with that $100 quadruple A crap that Ubisoft is pushing out, man. Nah, I'm good here with this free to play game. It actually does have like some, I will say, pay to win elements. I know I might get flack from the community on that one, but like honestly, when the membership is literally like $25-$30 a month, a text-based game is more expensive than a WoW monthly subscription. Come on, guys. It is what it is. And that's fine. That's perfectly fine. I honestly don't mind either way. I just want to call it what it is. But yeah, no, this game is, I have loved this game so far. See, look at these nerds. Oh yeah, no, see, it's the previous Dawn Lord. It's Mirrodin. He rides a ghostly black saber cat or something. I think it's actually still like hunkered by Fish Street. Spirit Giwi Silverton Oban is here. His features are obscured by a mask of life vision. It should be. I don't care about the hippogriff. I want to see this. Okay. Anyways, I guess Mirrodin like reclaimed his saber-toothed cat. That's fine. But yeah, no, like the mount that Mirrodin rides is like a black saber-toothed cat or something like that, or maybe a black panther. Who knows? I already forgot. You know what was I doing here? Oh, right, tasks, assignments. Let me just focus on that for now before I get distracted by yet another cool thing that I'm just excited about. Oh man, this game's fun. It might be it's just a little bit addicting. So be a little careful. Be wary, travelers. For if you join this text-based game in 2025, man, your life might be forfeit. Okay, yeah, no. So to progress with this task, now that I have encountered and faced Arendelle, I now see them in the room. So this is the overland map, more or less, and here is a description and details about the room that I'm in. So I can do one of two things. I can either left click, I can engage with the user interface, and I can perform these different actions, or I can just, again, use the text-based commands, which I am choosing to do the text-based commands only because I want to like, this is the best way for me to familiarize myself with the commands. It's just for that. I also just like typing. All right, so you greet Arendelle, a burly dwarven smith with a sincere smile. Arendelle, a burly dwarven smith, says, "Ah, our home has called us back. I never thought I'd see the day. How may I assist you, Anor?" One quick fun fact: previous home was destroyed when an evil god came in and just demolished it. Basically, the people of Targosis were essentially forced to be nomadic, more or less. I think, like, I'm a little vague on that. I'll need to go back to the priesthood and ask some in-character questions, like, "Hey, where do we come from?" Like a true 18-year-old newly priest who's like discovered their newfound power. And they'll be like, "Well, little 18-year-old boy, let's talk about that." It's like, yay, education. Anyways, Arendelle continues on and says, "May ye be blessed with fire and light, Anord. What can I do for you?" Oh, side note. After the city was side note, after the city was destroyed, we wandered around a little bit, yada yada. Well, they did. I just got here 3 days ago. Like years ago. I think it's like around 12 years ago, if I'm doing my math correctly. 12 years ago, the gods Aurora and Deucalion brought their nomadic peoples to this spot, and there they created like the first spot of Targosis, and the players just added onto it one room, one block at a time. And so now we have like a complete thriving city, and there are rooms that are like available to be claimed by players. So like these are all like player owned shops, more or less. There are like the occasional, I think this one is an NPC shop, but NPCs are called denizens in the game. It's just like an in-character way of referring to an NPC. But yeah, no, anyways, that the reason why I brought that up is because I just wanted to comment on why the dwarf was like, "I never thought I'd see the day that our home has called us back." You know, he's no longer nomad. But yeah, no. So I'm going to reply and just say, "Hail." You say, "I'm here to help you make a new scimitar for the Dawnblade statue." I click on that, and I could literally just say I am, but I don't want to type out the entire thing, because I've actually, if you only say I, like sometimes it doesn't even work, or like the first word of the option available to you, it doesn't really work. You got to type the whole thing out. I like typing, but I'm not going to type that whole thing out. I'm just going to click that link. You say, "I am here to help you make a new scimitar for the Dawnblade statue." Erendil, a burly dwarven smith, says, "All right, go get some steel from the locksmith." You're a blacksmith. What do you mean? Do you not have steel? Do you not have steel? You're a blacksmith. What do you mean you don't got steel? Okay. Anyways, quest tip. Occasionally these pop up for like quests and tasks. Apparently these tasks are all like player made and everything. So I'm very happy that these players not only made the quests, but they've also taken the time to add tips to each individual, well, not every step, but most steps within their tasks. Like, again, like the novicehood is there to teach the new players. And even then, like I wasn't allowed to get to novicehood until I got to like level 10. And even then there's like a new player quest that takes you from level 1 up to this point, and even further beyond. So new player interaction and involvement's actually pretty decent. Luckily, these developers know that not a lot of people are going to come play a mud because it just sounds so tasty, sounds so fun. But those that do, they need to hook them real quick. They need to hold their hand a little bit. Funnily enough, like they actually warn you, this game, like once you're done with a newbie quest, like your hand's not going to be held. You're on your own at that point. But they do a really good job of setting you up with the fundamentals of what prompts work and how they work and in what context they work and how you can set your own goals. Funnily enough, so here's the newbie channel, and it looks like a god of some kind, maybe a demigod, which players can volunteer. Oh, you guys actually can't see it on screen. Why not? Oh, wow, that's weird. I am so sorry about that. Here, hold on, give me 1 second. I think I know what's going on. There we go. Okay. Yeah. I just had a chroma key applied to the game capture. Anyways. Yeah. Players can volunteer to become demigods. I believe they're called Serendials. I think they're called like the Garden. Little can be said about the Garden of the Gods, for it is a rumor as rumor would have it, not a place for mortals. Let me just go to gods. Okay, yeah, no. So it's they're called the Solani. Basically, players volunteer their time, and essentially, you can progress through 3 stages of volunteer. So Solani are the novices, and then after you've done a few like events and you've like interacted with the game, the players, like you've hosted a few events for the players, you will gradually like get promoted to what's called a demigod. And then if that goes well, you then become a god in the game. So essentially gods are more or less players. I think there are some admins that do god stuff, but I think they are more like hands off with those characters, maybe just for like specific events. Anyways, doesn't matter. The point is, I think this is a volunteer player that's talking to us. Might not be a god, might just be a demigod or Solani. But anyways, they're advising to all the newbies in the game, which if you're under level 31, you are a newbie. You get this channel by default. You'll usually want to use a single word for wear. And they're saying the wear as in put on armor. So you can say like, wear your chainmail. And you'd put that into the prompt, and then your character would put on a chainmail armor if you got it in your inventory. And you'll see it's the name before the number if you do something like -- armor or a II armor. Yeah, no, so that does work. I just don't have any armor. I've got a kite shield, and that's about it. So here's my actual inventory. I am wielding a kite shield in my left hand. Yeah, there's the actual proper description. But II, much like inventory, just gives me a little different view of the same thing. So this is just the command inventory. This is the command II. So it looks like they're wanting us to do II armor just to help us grab the word, that single word from this is what I'm interpreting that helpful instruction to mean. Yep, it's you'll usually want to use the single word for wear, and you'll want to use the word that's the name before the number if you do something like II, whatever. So if I wanted to wield the kite, kite shield. I wouldn't say wield kite. I wouldn't say like wield lightweight or something like that. I would say wield shield. Usually if my inventory only has one shield or whatever, but if I've got multiple shields, then I might need to specify shield 125359. I think it also works with the description. Let me actually try this out. I'm still learning, so this is a good thing for me to figure out myself. So I'm going to unwield shield, which you cease wielding an ordinary lightweight kite shield in your left hand. And then I'm going to do lightweight, and that should still work. No, it doesn't. Okay. So it is literally just limited to this column right here, not the description or this, description. All right, cool. Yeah, if the newbie channel is like dead or like there's no conversation going on, like every now and again, they'll just throw in this random tidbit for the new players that are playing the games. Like, oh, I didn't know that. Just like how it was helpful for me. I learned something new about the game right then. I've also got like a dedicated chat channel here, so all the says and like verbal things coming in from other players and whatnot goes here. Because like if you're like in a group of players, you start seeing emotes, and players have like what's called reflexes, which is like an automated thing. So like if a player's system realizes like, hey, I'm getting thirsty, the system will automatically use a reflex, which is a script, to automatically take a sip of something. And so you'll see those every now and again. And it gets cluttered real quick with a lot of players, which was the case for that passing of the torch I mentioned before for the Dawn Lord title. So yeah, this dedicated channel just helps with that a little bit. I am not very productive. We're supposed to be doing tasks. Oh, why am I even giving y'all instructions on like how this game works? Like, no, I'm a new player. I shouldn't be doing that. What am I doing? What was I doing again? Oh, right. I need to go back to the locksmith to find out. Okay. Find the Sorry. Find the locksmith southwest of southeastern Medina and see if he has any. Okay. I don't know what that is. Okay, we're gonna struggle through this together, guys. Let's start by testing our memory. What do we know in terms of locating locations? Well, we know landmarks helps us. Locations. Here, I love this so much. It's like I can keep this top half as reference to what I'm actually interested in, and the bottom half is like your current, most recent messages. You can't really scroll on this side, but you can scroll on this side. So using it just to help figure things out. So is there a locksmith? There is no locksmith on this first page. I'm not going to click more just yet. I'm only seeing 70% of what's available, but I'm just being very careful. So I'm looking for locksmith or southeastern Medina. I think that's the Mad Mage event. I think the high level players are yeah, I think the high level players are taking it to the Mad Mage. Good on you, go guys. I'm rooting for you. Y'all are my heroes. But anyways, now I gotta now I can't scroll, please. Y'all are being too productive. Okay, anyways, southeastern Medina. Okay, I don't see anything there. So let me say more. And here are the remaining ones. No locksmith, no southeastern Medina. Can I do something simple like walk to southeastern Medina? No, I can't. Okay. So what are my other resources available to me? I know that at least for Targosis, they have a city help scroll. They call help windows, like here actually. They've got a scroll for directions, and this is what they call a scroll. It's really just a help tooltip or tool window, whatever you want to call it, with the details. But in game, you refer to them as scrolls. Just because just keeps people in character, doesn't break immersion. Again, this game is a serious, heavy roleplay game. Pretty much anytime someone talks to you in the game, consider it in character unless they explicitly give you a clue that it's out of character, such as like 2 slashes at the start of the chat message or whatever. Even if they DM you privately, I learned this the hard way, it's not considered in character. Yeah, so like telepathy is considered normal for all the citizens, apparently. Adventurers is what the players are called. Even the denizens can like DM you if like you're doing their quests or whatever, or if a god has taken control of a denizen to start messing with you, they can like DM you, and that will be considered in character. And that was a huge weird thing for me. I was like, I actually got like my wrist slapped on that one because like I broke character. I was like, someone reached out to me. I was like, hey, how are you doing? Are you finding everything all right? And I was like, oh man, I'm so scared. This is very in depth and technical. And it's like, are you going insane? And insanity is what's called breaking character in this game. So those that break character and like start talking about like out of character things, like I've got my something's in my something's in my microwave, or my microwave is done cooking or whatever. They'll be like, "Hey, you're going insane. You need to stop that. You need to seek help." It's like, well, anyways, southeastern. So I probably need to go. Oh wait, hold on. Is that? Okay, so there's a southeast exit, not southwest. So what does the bridge do then? Like the bridge has to lead somewhere. I guess I need to go exploring. Okay, southeastern rampart. So I guess I need to head towards the southeast to find, hopefully, fingers crossed, find southeastern Medina. But let me just make sure there's nothing else here. It's more or less alphabetized. But, oh, here we go. Medina. Walk to Barkash. Then go northeast will take you to southeastern Medina. And you should be able to get around from there. Okay. So what is Barkash? It's not the barracks. Let me do the landmarks command again. It's not here. Okay, so apparently the landmarks command is only good for like the region that you're currently in, the region being this overworld map. Once I get through the gate here and then take one more step out, it'll give me a new region to explore, and maybe those landmarks will have something for southeastern Medina or specifically Barkash. So, okay, cool. Let me start heading to the southeastern rampart. So I can do that with our current. I don't think it's Shalom Road. Seems like no one's going for the drunk patron. They're all going for the mad mage. So that one god's like, why is no one coming to play my event? Oh no. Gotta re-advertise it. The west end of the Shalom bridge. That's what that means. I don't see an easy. Can I just walk to it by entering in the walk to foot of the southeastern rampart? Nope. Can I? I'm being so lazy. I can navigate manually through the rooms, but I really don't want to. I also want to like really. I'm struggling with the navigation, and I want to really learn it. So the best way for me to do that is to embrace the suck and figure it out. So again, I know that there are some directions that are not part of landmarks. So there is exit. So southeast exit. So I just literally go walk to bridge. But the bridge, hold on. The west end of the Shalom Bridge for the southeastern exit. Okay, I don't blame myself for being a little confused on that one. That's a little weird. So like they want me to go here. Yeah, the west end of the Shalom Bridge. This is where it will take me, but I have to go. You know what? No, I'm just going to follow along with the instructions here. I'm going to follow the instructions. Maybe it knows more than I do. How about that? I am a new player. These guys would not lead me astray. These strangers on the internet, they will not lead me astray. Okay, I will go one more step out. Boom. New region. Okay, so let me do landmarks. And let's see. Barkash is what I was looking for. Oh. Oh no. It's not here. Okay, maybe it's in the description somewhere. Let's see. Before the chapel of Olga, inside World Tree, camp around the floor, central fire pit. Okay. Maybe I could just do walk to Bakash. Southeast Medina, or Medina. Walk to Barkash. Oh, literally the person I wanted to go to. I could have done that at any point. Yes. Oh, see, I was right. To get to the southeastern exit, they wanted me to go to the southwestern exit. Wait, what? Hold on, what? Oh my lord, it's not a region, it's just a room. All that for nothing. Hello, Barkash. It's nice to see you. I'm just an 18-year-old priest. Hello. I'm new. You greet Barkash, the locksmith, with a sincere smile. Barkash, the locksmith, says, "Hi there, Anor. What can I do for you? Do you need a map?" It's like, actually, yeah, I kind of might need a nap. Arendil sent me to get some steel from you. Well, Barkash replies, is he working on a new scimitar? Here you go. How did you know? Do you also have the ability to DM players and denizens too? Like, how'd you know? You reading his mind? Okay, so he hands me a heavy box. Is this a quest item? Or is it just like narrative flavor? Oh, it's an actual legitimate item. Can I just break it open and steal the scimitar? Hold on. Probe box. Crafted from reinforced steel, inlaid with struts of thick wood. This hardy box bears up well, even under the immense weight of the dozens of steel bars protruding from its depths. Dude, I'm strong if I'm carrying all these steel ingots or steel bars, dude. Oh, man. Well, then again, I got like 1,000 health in game. Like, personally speaking, I probably got only like 5 health, really. Dude, the struggle's real. All right. Anyways, I know where I need to go next. So walk to Arendil. Agree. This is just a glorified fetch. This was a fetch quest, and it took like, what, 20 minutes? Yeah, the recording's at 48 minutes, dude. It took me 20 minutes to walk from one side of the city to another. Hello, I love this game. This game is so much fun. Give box to Arendil. All right. You give a heavy box to You give a heavy box to Arendil, a burly dwarven smith. Arendil says, "Perfect. This steel will do just fine. One moment, please." Arendil works diligently at the anvil, molding the steel with practiced hands. After quenching the hot metal and engraving it with intricate patterns, he hands you the newly forged scimitar. Arendil says, or exclaims, "Now take this scimitar to the Dawnblade statue. Our traditions live on." Tip. A statue stands on the eastern wall of the Basilican ruins in the northwestern quarter of the city. Thank you for clarifying of the city. Go there and put scimitar in statue. Excellent. Okay. Can I just say walk to statue? What? What do you mean I'm too far away to walk to Aurorius, the guardian merchant? I'm going to a statue. What do you mean? It doesn't matter. It's fine. Let me just go to landmarks. I'm looking for northwestern quarter of the city. Wait, hold on. I'm there anyways. Basilican ruins in the northwestern quarter of the city. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? It's probably in the corner of the city that I haven't explored yet, so that's fine. Blacksmith laboratory on blah 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 blah. Okay, it's not there. So let me do see help directions to help navigate the city. Statue. Scroll down to statue. There is no statue here. But maybe it's something else. Maybe Basilican Park, maybe, is where I'll start with. I don't see anything else here. So yeah, no, let's just walk to fish. And then we'll follow the instructions here one step at a time. Walk to fish. Okay, and then we will do 2 west. Then we go southwest. Then we go 4 west. Okay, then we go northwest. Yeah, it's in the area that I did not explore yet. 5 north. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That was only 4. I was moving too fast. Okay, and now I go northwest, north, and then west. Okay, so here's the Basilican Park. And so it's this general area that I need to explore. Okay, so see, this is what I'm telling you. These experienced players are they're trying to trap you, man. They're trying to get an excuse to call you insane. No, I'm joking. They're just trying to help out. Quiet. Kaliana's voice quietly thrums in your mind as she tells you, "How are you finding everything?" I could be honest and I could say, "I'm not. I need help. I'm lost." In fact, I think I might actually do that. I might be like, I'm trying to find the statue. Yeah. So, but let me just at least try to do this in character a little bit. So, what's the name of the statue I'm trying to find? Where's the tip? Where's the tip? Yeah, these are all that I'm doing. Yada yada yada. I was getting to the fish. And then, okay, yeah. Statue stands on the eastern wall of the Basilican ruins in the northwestern quarter of the city. Go there and put scimitar in statue. Okay, so it's around here, probably on this side. So here, let me just reply. It's nighttime already. It's literally right before midnight. I've been wandering around the city for like an entire day. I'm lost. It's fine. Everything's going great. Okay, what do I tell Kaliana? Oof. Hey, good evening. I believe I'm doing okay. Admittedly, I'm a little lost. I'm trying to find the Do you have any tips to help? Yeah. So yeah, good evening. I believe I'm doing okay. Admittedly, I'm a little lost. I'm trying to find the Dawnblade statue in the Basilican ruins. Do you have any tips? Scrolls are... I'm not going to add that last bit. It's fine. Okay. Now let's see if this experienced player is able to jump in and help us out. I think I can do see carried abroad by a gentle breeze comes the glorious fragrance of flowers in bloom. Oh, that's so sweet. They're blooming in night. See who should just give us the not the full list of 100 players, but rather the list of just Targosian citizens. Oh, so she is an on-duty chaplain. So at least for Targosis, chaplains or on-duty chaplains are there specifically to help people. You are free to reach out to them and ask for instructions or assistance wherever, and they'll do what they can to help you. Within reason, of course, within like so long as it's in character. They're not like going to go out of the city and help you with quests or anything, but at least within the city, they might be able to help. And thankfully, you can actually walk to players. Thank you. Thank you. I'm gonna say, thank you so much. Okay, the clang of an enormous bell resounds from the city of Loramir, prefacing a grand announcement. Okay, so what was the... You have found the Dawnblade house symbol. Interact with the rack by touching it and then... Hold on. No, I need to do the statue. And what was the command again? Gosh, man, I'm already distracted. I was not expecting like another player to help. Okay, put scimitar in statue. Put scimitar in statue. Oh no. I think I left the scimitar back at the blacksmith. Oh no. Anor looks around confused. It's oh no. Emote. Bows to Kaliana. As an apology. I will be right back. I don't know their pronouns or if they even do pronouns. Okay, I'm not going to waste any more time. I'm just going to go get the scimitar, pick it up from the ground, and then go straight back to Kaliana so I'm not wasting their time. Hold on. Greet Erendil. Oh, I haven't even given him the box. What do you mean I have no box? Oh no. Oh no. Hold on. Locksmith of Oh man, this is so much fun. This is so much fun, dude. Okay, so apparently I did not turn in the items in time, and so the items then faded from my inventory, and that's ultimately what happened. So let me do this. Great Barkash is okay. He sent me to grab this. Oh no! I've ruined it. I've ruined it. I was talking too much. I yapped too much. What do I say? What do I say to the chaplain? Oh no. Look, I need to go. I need to thank them for what they have done for. Where are we going? Where are we going? Where are we going? Where are we going? Okay. Down. There we go. Oh man, I'm just freaking out, man. Oh. Oh crap, it's a dragon. The player's a dragon. Oh no. I've wasted the time of a dragon. What do I do? It's not just a chaplain, it's a dragon chaplain. Approaches the mighty. With trepidation. He stammers as he begins to the mighty. I lost the steel along the way, and I completely forgot Barkash. Is not too happy with me. You won't give me. I apologize for wasting your turn. For your time. There we go. Okay. Wait, no. I just everything's falling apart. I apologize for wasting your time. I accidentally I must have lost the steel bars for the scimitar. My way back to the blacksmith. Now Barkash. Let me more for now. Have pity on me. Oh, ain't she a doll? She's having mercy. Yeah, no, players can actually turn into dragons in this game. Like if you're like max level or something like that. Not max level, maybe like 100. But yeah, no. Oh, okay. So she wants me to like add this as a landmark. List all landmarks if you're inside a player city. Can I add? Oh, landmark add. Yes, of course. I make sure to remember this. Thank you again for your time. All right, cool. Landmark add. Here we go. Basilican statue. Not statute. This isn't a law. This is a statue. Make sure I want to do the make sure I do the typing right. It's the spelling of basilican correct here. You know, it doesn't matter. It's a personal landmark. Oh no, it's just one word. Of course. I think I'm good for now. There we go. Look, I just need to play the cute card. You know, I'm 18 years old. I'm a new priest. Okay, farewell. Okay, cool. All right, we're good. This entire night is ruined. Well, actually, no, I had a lot of fun. That was still fun. I didn't even get a single task done. It's been an hour and 7 minutes. I didn't get a task done. Oh. I think I'm going to be a newbie for quite a while, guys. But okay, yeah, no, talking about dragons a little bit. Let me pull up the game website real quick, because like I've seen, of all the players that I've met with, I've encountered several players so far. All of them have been great. They've all got different role play styles. Some are more like, some are a little, excuse me, a little less strict than others. Like that was a less strict than others. I think that might have been because I was an experienced player, like just taking it easy with a new player, not like demanding the most out of me. Which, hey, great, perfect, you know. But anyway, regardless, like the point is, what I was trying to get to is that those players that are dragons tend to have been the most friendly, the most engaging kind of players. And they were overly eager to be around me. Like, oh, it's okay, little guy, here, let's pick you up. You just got your teeth kicked in by a denizen because you explored a little too far away from the new player zone. Here, don't worry. Let's grab your body, take you to the tree of life, or like the flame of Yggdrasil, and revive you like immediately. No downtime whatsoever. They just swooped in and saved me. And they were like the first dragon I met. I don't want to like mispronounce their name, but Eowyn. Kind of sounds like Erwin from Lord of the Rings, but yeah, they were a silver dragon, and like I was like chatting with them and the chaplain that was on duty at the time. who was helping me learn and everything. And the silver dragon was like babying me a little. It was like, oh, you're a new adventurer. Here's a root that will cure a disease that you don't even realize you have because your own internal senses aren't strong enough to pick up the disease. Here, it's okay. We'll take care of you, kind of deal. And I was like, okay, thanks, silver dragon. I'm gonna go kill rats now for gold. And then I just wander off. And then like a few months later, like you see text as players like approach and go away from you, right? And like the silver dragon chases after me. It's like, hello, before you go die, here's a few artifacts. It's like they gave me like a ring of flying and like a pendulum or an amulet, a pendant. And I was like, okay. And like it had great stats on it and everything. I was like, oh, great. Okay, so I'm going to be more than well equipped to take on rats. And I was. But the funny thing is, another funny part of the story is like after like I had to log out for a little bit, like to walk the dogs and everything over the weekend. And whenever I logged back in, I checked my inventory at some point, like a few hours later after I logged back in, and like none of the artifacts that the silver dragon gave me were in my inventory. Like they were gone. And I was like, oh no, I'm in so much trouble. I've lost the artifacts. Because I looked up the artifacts and they were like 1,200 credits, which is like actually worth real world money. I was like, oh no. I've lost the silver dragon's real world items. That kind of vibe. I was like, I'm so dead. Luckily, it turned out artifacts specifically can be loaned out, but not forever. Like it'll automatically reset and be taken out of the loanee's inventory and given back to the loaner automatically after a while. So thankfully, I didn't have a life, like a blood debt or whatever to the silver dragon, which was cool. Hey, I'm all for it. Look, this game is so much fun. The players make it so much fun. There's something unique about when it was time for him to pass the torch over the weekend to the new Dawn Lord, and he sent a citywide message, of course, to everyone. A citywide message being like literally to everyone, not like just in the city, but anyone who's part of the city organization. And he was like, Avengers, assemble, but in character and whatnot. And he was like laying down the laws, like, as your Dawn Lord, I command you to come to me, assemble at the church. This is not optional. I have a message, that type of like summons. And so I was like, oh, I don't know what I can do, but I will be there because I feel like Dawn Lord's a really important title, which turns out it was. That's literally the leader of Targosis. I was like, okay, I will go to the church. I will be a good priest. So I went there, and like one after another, like all these players were converging on this one single room, and like you get to see their individual, like personalized entrance emotes for some of them. And it's like people were flying in on griffins or whatever, and some people were striding in with like their cloak billowing behind them. It's like just everyone was a main character, and I was just like in awe of everything. It's like, oh, this is so cool. This is like, again, like the Avengers assembling. Like there's something the city of Targosis needs to address, and it will be taken care of. I have never felt safer before in an imaginary world than having Lord Kumquat of the sixth Legion flying in on his magic pony. I felt safe with him, is the point. It was like so cool to have all these like 30-ish players gathered basically for that one passing of the torch was what it ended up being. But the amazing thing is like that was where we saw Dukalion. Like we all followed Mirrodin, and actually Mirrodin asked us to follow him, which is a key. It's a clue. Is like, hey, type in the command follow Mirrodin, So like you join them and you start moving through the rooms when they start moving through the rooms. That way no one gets lost, kind of thing. And like those that didn't do it, he like used his super cool abilities to compel them to take away their own agency, and they were compelled to follow him and join the quote unquote party, is the game mechanic term, I guess. It was like, oh, that's so cool. Like I was so stun locked that he then took control of me and forced me to follow. I was like, oh no, what do I do? I did something wrong. Oh, and it's okay. We'll get back to the dragons. Don't worry. I know. And then like Murden took us up to like the spire, the tower or whatever in the church. And that was where we were all like kind of gathered, and like I would see people talk to one another like in the chat and whatnot. And I was like a wallflower, right? Like level. Then I was like level 11, I think it was. Like I grew 3 levels over like the weekend. Just cause well, y'all have seen my efficiency here. I am so slow. And like out of the blue, Duke-a-Lion like spawns in midair, and he's like got this regal entrance text where it's like the flame like erupts or whatever, and from it the fire, the tips of the fire, this god is formed or something to that effect. I actually don't recall it specifically, but like that was how cool it seemed when I was reading that as it played out. And like he acted like the player acted like a god, like in terms of not in terms of like authority, but more like he was calm about it. Like he portrayed the personality that you might expect of like a god coming to visit mortals. And like immediately everyone started dropping to one knee. It's like the screen was like filled with so and so character drops to one knee and exclaims, "My lord." It's just like, whoa, okay, I need to do that. So I dropped to one knee. I was like, I stayed quiet. But it's just those little moments that that night was actually the night I got hooked on this game. It was the sense of a serious enough community who's dedicated to being nerds in a nerdy text-based game, just having a fun Saturday or Sunday night. I already forgot if it was Saturday night. Or maybe it was Friday night. It doesn't matter. It was this weekend. That's kind of what got me hooked on this game. It was the community. It's not the graphics, as you can see. It's the imagination of 100 plus players online at any given time. There's who knows how many other players that actually have active accounts that just are doing work stuff. Yeah, no, I just really like this game.